3:07 a.m. A young artist suddenly wakes up in the middle of the night. The room is completely dark. At first, everything seems normal. Until he notices something at the foot of his bed. A small figure. Standing perfectly still. Watching him. The shape looks like a child. But something about the child is wrong. Its head is bent at a strange angle, like it was crushed. And then the child speaks. "You may ask me 2 questions." That was the moment one man's life turned into one of the most disturbing paranormal stories ever shared on the internet. Because the man who experienced this wasn't just anyone. He was an illustrator named Adam Ellis. And according to him, the child in that room had a name. David. But the real horror didn't start in the dream. It started after he woke up. Adam lived alone in a small apartment in New York City. His life was simple. Work during the day. Drawing late at night. Scrolling through social media before sleeping. Everything about his life was completely normal. Until the dreams began. One night Adam found himself standing inside a dark, empty room. There was only one object in the entire space. A green rocking chair. And sitting in that chair was a small boy. The child's skin looked pale and lifeless. One side of his head looked badly dented, like something heavy had crushed it. The boy slowly rocked back and forth in the chair. Then he looked directly at Adam. "You may ask me 2 questions," the boy said quietly. Adam felt a strange fear rising inside him. But he managed to ask the first question. "Who are you?" The child stopped rocking. "My name is David." Adam hesitated before asking the second question. "How did you die?" The boy's face slowly twisted. "An accident," he said. "A shelf in a store fell on my head." The room suddenly felt colder. David leaned forward slightly. His voice became darker. But Adam had already asked his 2 questions. And according to David's rule, he wasn't supposed to ask anything else. Suddenly the boy's face turned angry. The chair stopped moving. And before Adam could react, the dream ended. Adam woke up sweating in the middle of the night. His heart was racing. But he convinced himself it was just a nightmare. Just his imagination. But a few nights later, the dream came back. The same room. The same chair. And the same boy. This time David didn't speak. He simply stared. Watching Adam in complete silence. When Adam woke up again, he felt something strange in his apartment. A feeling that someone else was there. Someone small. Someone quiet. And someone who had followed him out of the dream. At first the changes were subtle. A strange sound in the hallway late at night. A cabinet door slightly open even though Adam clearly remembered closing it. Small footsteps echoing across the floor when the apartment should have been empty. Not heavy adult footsteps. Small ones. Like a child slowly walking through the dark. Step. 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 Sometimes the footsteps stopped outside his bedroom door. And sometimes they kept moving. One night Adam noticed something strange in his living room. A wooden rocking chair sitting in the corner. It was moving. Slowly rocking back and forth. But there was no wind. No open window. No one in the room. Just the chair. Rocking. As if someone invisible was sitting in it. Adam tried to ignore it. But the feeling of being watched became stronger every night. Until one night, he decided to record the room while he slept. He placed his phone camera facing the living room and went to bed. The next morning he watched the footage. For several hours nothing happened. Then suddenly, around 3 a.m., the rocking chair started moving again. Not slowly this time. Violently. Swinging back and forth like something was sitting in it. Adam replayed the clip over and over. And each time it gave him the same chilling feeling. Like something invisible had just stood up from the chair. That's when Adam decided to try something else. He grabbed his Polaroid camera. Late at night he pointed it toward the dark hallway of his apartment. And he took a photo. The picture slowly began to develop. At first it looked completely normal. The hallway. The walls. The darkness. But then, a shape appeared. At the very end of the hallway. A small figure. Standing perfectly still. A child. Watching the camera. And the shape of the head looked exactly like the boy from Adam's dreams. David. From that moment on, the haunting only became darker. The footsteps returned. The scratching noises inside the walls became louder. And sometimes, Adam woke up in the middle of the night feeling like someone was sitting on the edge of his bed. But every time he turned on the lights, the room was empty. Then one night something happened that Adam would never forget. He woke up suddenly. The room was dark. But this time, he wasn't alone. Standing at the foot of the bed was the same small silhouette. A child. With a crooked head. Perfectly still. Watching him. The figure slowly took a step forward. Then another. Then another. Moving closer to the bed. Closer to Adam. Closer to the place where dreams and reality begin to blur. And just before the figure reached him, everything went black.